Just a couple of disclaimers before this episode starts. We were originally going to call the podcast the Procrastinators Podcast, but because I'm such a dummy, I forgot to check it to see if there was already a Procrastinators Podcast. Turns out there is. Why am I so stupid? This means that throughout this episode, we'll be referring to the podcast as the Procrastinators Podcast when we actually changed it to Behind the Screens. The second disclaimer is also a spawn of me being stupid. Apparently, when I was recording, I was using the wrong microphone, and I pretty much sound like I was talking into a Pringles can the entire time. These are all mistakes that will not be made in future episodes, hopefully. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking so we can get to the episode. Enjoy. So let's go ahead and get started.
Let's get right into the news.
That's for later.
Okay, sorry.
You stole my joke, you cuck. I was going to do that. Alright,
Sorry,
so...
I'll shut up.
You're listening to Behind the Screens. Please sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and make sure to like and subscribe for more episodes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 0 of the Procrastinators Podcast. This is a test episode for the podcast that I am starting. That is the Procrastinators Podcast. So welcome to all those who are listening. I'm your host, Binsu. The beloved Binsu, and I'm here with my co-host. We got the very lovely Bonnie. Say hello when I say
hello. It's me.
Who is doing a Mario impression because his profile picture is of Mario at the moment.
Okay, and I'm not going to do the Mario voice much though.
We also have who left the call. Minty. I was gonna say we also had Minty who just left the call and he's back.
I'm back.
Okay, he's back. Yeah. We also have Minty here. Say hi, Minty.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right, and we also have Sailor Nina.
Hey guys, hi.
I told him to shut up. He better be quiet for the rest of the
And also special guest Binsu's dog.
Yeah, special guest Cooper, the idiot who doesn't know how to be quiet.
And is about to get double neutered.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's probably. I'll tell that right now, just in case I don't use that as the opener. Cooper was barking a lot earlier, and so I basically said he better be quiet, or else he's going to get neutered the second time.
All right.
So let's go ahead and get started with some host introductions, since we're all new here, first episode with us. We have more co-hosts as well, but they couldn't make it to this episode, so hopefully they come in any future episodes. Starting with me. By the way, we'll just say our names and say what we do as content creators, because we're all content creators. We all love to make content of sorts. So yeah. First there's me. Also tell a little fun fact about you as well. So me, my name is Binsu, like I said before, and I am an aspiring digital media specialist, as well as an aspiring voice actor. And so I've been doing a lot of that lately. However, not that much recently, because my power and my internet has been out from a snowstorm. I'll get back to that later, though. And a little fun fact about me is that I am currently on the road to becoming a professional Osu Taiko player, which is a very fun rhythm game, and I enjoy it very much. And recently reached top 5K in the world on that game, so excited for that. Next, let's go ahead and get Bonnie. Introduce yourself, Bonnie.
Hi, my name's not actually Bonnie Cakes. My name is Jonathan. Pretty nice name, huh? I am a writer. I've written a few stuff. I'm also a voice actor sometimes, and I'm actually an artist too. Well, I'm not sure which one exactly I want to be, but mainly voice actor seems to be the kind of thing I'm mostly training on, which is why I've been doing Mario a lot recently. I don't really have a fun fact about myself because I'm kind of useless, and that's kind of the reason most of us are here, just to talk about how stupid our lives are. Okay, never mind. I take that back.
Are we good with that?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, Minty.
All right. So yeah, my name's Anthony. I'm an aspiring artist as well. Multi-talented, I guess you could say. I'm an artist, musician, animator. I'm also a voice actor. I've done logos for companies, so I do graphic design as well on the side. But on top of all that, I'm also working a full-time job as a retail supervisor, so I'm always busy, keeping busy with something. Fun fact, I guess you could say, I guess you can call me crazy that I enjoy spicy foods a lot. I've eaten the world's hottest pepper and enjoyed it. So,
I can't do spicy.
yeah, I'm a big fan of spicy food.
I'm a disgrace to my family.
Oh, I'm not a spicy person.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alright, so Nina.
Ooh, hi guys. Okay, let's see. I'm an aspiring actress. I love doing short films or like small movie roles if needed. I guess I'm a little bit of a voice actor. I've been trying to get into it a little bit this past year, and it's been going pretty well, here and there.
Oh, sorry.
Here and there. I mean, I guess besides that, I'm not very good with drawing, but I'm trying my best. But I wouldn't call myself an artist at all. I think really I'm just into acting and voice acting. Something interesting about me, I love Black Panther. That's like my favorite movie in the whole world, and I can't stop talking about it. It's honestly, it's amazing. Okay, I'm sorry.
I can tell you're going to bring that up when we talk about one of the news topics we had today. We're going to be talking about
Oh yes, don't get me started.
a couple of Marvel movies on the way.
Ooh, yes.
That comes later, though. By the way, I'm eating right now to those who are listening because I didn't yet.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so now that we have the host introductions out of the way, let's go ahead and get to our next category. I won't list. By the way, that's the only time we're going to do host introductions for the people here because those are just for introductions so we don't have to say it later on. Because honestly, who starts listening to a podcast in the middle of the series? They're always going to start with like episode 0 or episode 1, however the podcast works. We have an episode 0 though because I want it to be a test. I want there to be a test before we go any further. So let's go ahead and start with the next category that we would usually go to, which is how have you been recently? Where I ask myself and where the host actually asks himself or herself and the co-hosts how they've been recently in like the past 2 weeks, like since the last podcast. But since it's episode 0, we don't have any past episodes, so let's just talk about how we've been recently. Me personally, I have not been too well. School started back up, so you already know that's a red flag. And we had a snowstorm. I live over in the Midwest, and we had a snowstorm and an ice storm, a couple, and they have put a toll on a lot of stuff.
Same here.
My dad's house, actually, a branch snapped off of a tree. Snapped off of a tree, and fell on top of the power wire that connects to our house, and it snapped. Sparks were flying, and a fire almost started, which is pretty bad. The funny thing is though that I was asleep for both of the fires because there were apparently 2 fires, and it was after the second one and the fire department's second trip to our house that my dad decided to come to my room and wake me up and say, hey, so we don't have power and we had a fire, so there's that. I'm just like, thanks, Dad. So now I can tell all my friends how I slept through a couple of house fires. But yeah, so we lost internet in our house as well as power. We lost power and internet, of course. And it was so cold from the storm and the temperature the next few days that we couldn't live in our house anymore for the next few days. So we had to stay in a hotel. And so me and my sister, we just decided, hey, why don't we go to our mom's house, which conveniently also lost power and internet. So, yeah, I pretty much just me and my sister stayed at our friend's house. I went to my friend's house. She went to her friend's house, and it was just pure chaos for both of our houses, pretty much. But yeah, there's that. Something else is that recently I've been given my first paid voice acting gig, which I am very proud and excited for.
Ooh, congrats!
Nice.
Yeah, what happened was I went on Twitter and checked out the tag casting call, and there was this guy who's making. There was this video game developer who was looking for voice actors. I said, "Hey, how about me? I'm a pretty decent voice actor. I'm starting out." I sent him my demo reel. Actually, I sent him a custom demo reel because he was looking for Japanese-speaking voice actors, which I don't understand. But I do. I don't understand the Japanese language, but I can speak it decently well. So I sent a little custom demo of me speaking some Japanese stuff, and he really liked my voice, and so he's having me be a voice actor for an upcoming visual novel that he's making.
That's wonderful.
That's pretty cool.
Only problem is, I need to speak. I actually need to read the script while it's in kanji and hiragana, which is 2 of the 3 alphabets that Japan has.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know either of them. So I've been spending the past couple of weeks trying to learn the Japanese alphabet, which is not fun, by the way. It's really difficult, especially kanji, which they have like hiragana. They got hiragana, which is a pretty standard alphabet. It's got about, I don't know, I want to say 40 characters, maybe more than that. More than our alphabet, obviously, but they have about that many characters for just hiragana. And then they have more characters for their second alphabet, katakana. And then their third alphabet, kanji, which has maybe, I don't know, like 400, 500 characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I am way too lazy and unmotivated to learn all that, but I'm going to have to if I want to do this voice acting gig, which doesn't start until summer.
Oh, that's good.
But
you have some time.
That does give me time to prepare, so... And yeah, that was pretty much my me the past couple of weeks. How have you guys been? Who wants to go next?
Me, I guess.
Talk away.
So, think about a month ago, I started, like, when Christmas was getting close, I think I got kind of really sick. I don't remember what I had. It was like there was like a headache, but I think it was like even worse because I started like hallucinating. It just didn't feel that bad, but it to me it felt really bad. Because like I started thinking about like, I don't know, but like near the end when it got like close to morning, like the world felt like it was falling apart, and then like everything just felt really weird, like my whole body was going numb. And that's pretty much cured, but then like recently I started getting like a cold, like a runny nose and a cough, and now I have an ear infection, so yeah, I'm fine.
There's like a flu going around recently. I don't know.
I agree.
Like a couple of sicknesses going on.
Oh yeah, let me tell you something that actually happened last night, like last week, and I was saving it for a little while. Since it was like a week ago, I definitely still remember it. It's basically the most frustrating time I've ever had with food. And it's like it still makes me slightly mad. Like, so I'm like I want to make like I wanted to have, like, my parents bought like this French bread, and I remember it tasted really good. And so I took it out, and then I took this big knife and tried to cut it. But when I tried to cut into it, the bread was like really hard. And
yeah, baguettes are fairly difficult to cut. I've had I can tell you I've had experience.
And the moment I actually ripped off a piece, it was like a sad little piece of French bread just sitting on my plate, and then I was gonna get some butter, and then when I opened the little butter thing, there was no butter on it, so I had to get a new stick of butter from the refrigerator but it was like cold, so I had to put it in the microwave so I can soften it. So I put it on the soften option, and then waited, and then I put it back on the butter thing, and when I put a knife through it, it was still hard. It's like still a little bit hard, and then I just put.
My microwave does
And
the
then-
opposite. I'll try to like soften the butter, and instead of softening, it evaporates. Just
Mine too.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get to that soon. So I put it back in, and I softened it for a second time. It still felt a little hard, but then the moment I softened it for a third time, the middle of the butter was like melted, and like it was liquid, and like the ends were still buttery, but it was soft. So I put the butter on the. Actually, I stopped. I just wanted to switch to regular bread, and then I just like spread the butter across the bread. It was like just a single piece of bread with butter on it, and it just looked so sad. And then I just said, "Fuck it," and then I just made 4 pieces of toast, and then put butter on it.
I would have just eaten the sad piece of bread anyway. Cause that sounds like, for me, that sounds like too much effort to just not eat the sad piece of bread.
So yeah, that was the most frustrating time I had over bread and butter.
Nice.
Now I want to die.
Can't say I've had a stressful time with bread and butter, but but I guess we all have problems with certain things here and there.
So I'm gonna be right back. So you go ahead and.
Okay. Minty or Nina, you guys want to? Did you guys have anything interesting happen recently? Happened to you recently?
Yeah. Are you guys
Minty
able
can
to
go
hear me
first.
still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I guess, not too recent, but recent enough. At the end of 2017, was like the darkest time for me. My dad, he passed away from cancer. And,
Oh my gosh.
and it was pretty bad to watch. But at the same time, that it kind of inspired me to, like, be the better me. And, it kind of gives me more motivation to, I guess, make it more of an artist. So after that, pretty much decided to work as hard as I can.
Is that kind of the? Did that kind of give you like motivation to start this project that you're doing?
Yes, that's
Because
definitely
by the way, me and Nina, you're a part of this project too, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, me and Nina are helping Minty out with this project that he's doing. We haven't gotten full. Me personally, I haven't gotten completely briefed on what it is, but I am helping to an extent. I will be helping to an extent.
Oh wait, for Minty's project, no, I was helping Johnny's project, I think. I don't know.
Oh, were you helping? Oh, John. Oh, you're from John's project. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's where you're from. I think there's other people from Minty's project who are co-hosts, but
Yeah, there's a bunch of
Yeah.
people. I can't remember everybody because there's actually a lot of people who were interested in it.
including my buddy Vladdy Bear,
Yeah,
Who
Vladdy
has-
Bear.
who has the cutest accent I've ever heard.
Yeah,
And
He's
I'm
good.
back. What did I miss?
We're just talking about it. Or we're just talking about Minty. Minty.
but
Okay.
yeah,
That's it. We're talking about Minty. Yeah.
I'm just trying to get my business established. Really, that's the big plan of 2019, and so I'm going to be buying, actually getting my business name licensed, and I want to do more trade shows and go to conventions and stuff like that. Eventually, I would like to get to the point where I can set up booths at like Comic Cons and stuff like that. Maybe even travel to
Yeah.
like Dallas, Texas, and stuff like that. That's really my overall goal, is to do that. All while making music and animations and making art and all that stuff. So I have a lot planned, a lot on my plate right now, but just doing the best I can to get everything together and make it happen.
Oh yeah. Good luck with that. I'm definitely trying to. I don't know where I am with my personal digital media business. It's kind of just like not doing anything right now. I'm just being independent, but I'm trying to do something with it. But at the same time, I don't know if I want to say I'm still working for them, but I was working for this company called Jump Button Studios, who is pretty much in the same boat as you are, just a digital media just a media company who's they basically make games, animations, and animations, and websites for people, but they've kind of been inactive lately. So, and I haven't really been active with them either. So I'm not sure if I'm still with them, but I'll check to see. But yeah, that's basically what I was gonna say was they were a pretty decent company before. The CEO actually was recently invited by the people at Forbes to go to a convention with them, which is pretty cool. So yeah, definitely keep working on your company to get to a point like that.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Can I say something stupid? So okay, this is really stupid, but I just feel like this is what almost every podcast, like just the different types of hosts in the podcast. Like there's
There's a what?
there's like the trying to be entertaining host, and then there's the idiot, which is me, just doing stupid things. And then there's the cool guy, which is Minty. And then
I thought I was the cool guy.
you're the entertaining host.
I want to be the cool guy.
And the last one is just the girl.
Oh, I figured that was gonna be it. There's always one.
We need as many people to watch our podcast as we can, so we always have one girl.
Oh my god!
To bring in the.
I figured I was.
Gotta even it out.
We need to take advantage of those 13-year-olds with their hormones.
Oh my god!
And everything to get in here, to get watching our podcast and start making some of that good YouTube money, which isn't too good. Hasn't been too good recently for a lot of people, which we'll get into later.
Hi, 13-year-old boys.
No disrespect to you, Nina. No disrespect to you.
It's okay.
All right, but
so is it Nina's turn now?
Yeah, Nina. It's Nina's turn. She wanted to talk about anything that happened to her recently.
Okay, let's see. I've been doing good so far. Today I had work, which was awesome. I work at a little girl's store in retail, which is great, but sometimes it's a lot.
Is it Justice?
Yep, that's it.
Nice. I guessed that. Sweet.
It's a fun place. It's just ooh.
It's probably not a good thing that I know. It's probably not a good thing that I guessed that on the spot either.
Oh yeah, but I mean, how many other little girl stores are there?
I'm sure there's a couple, but I mean, the fact that I knew.
True.
Just kind of sends some bad messages.
Some bad vibes. No.
Some bad vibes.
Other than that, let's see. I just did a competition for this medical thing. It's called HOSA, and I got first place in my competition, so I was so excited. So
nice.
When you get first place in the competition, you move on to states. So when you go to states, then you hope to get first place or the top 3, and then you move on to internationals. And I guess like the winner gets all these scholarships and stuff for college, which I definitely need right now, so I'm hoping I do well at the next one. I did my competition in job seeking skills, which is all about communications and learning how to do a proper like medical interview, I guess. So I guess I did well in it. So I'm gonna hope for the best moving on to states. Other than that, I've just mainly been trying to find a good college to go to. It's so stressful trying to pick a college.
Honestly, yeah.
I just
I'm going
don't
through that trouble
know.
too.
Yeah, I just don't know really where I want to go. I mean, I did get accepted in a school that's close to home, and they're offering me like a full ride. I can go there with the breeze. My only, struggle with it is that it's close to home. And I would like to not be close to home. My parents are like, but no debt. You got to think about the no debt part. And I'm like, yes, I understand the no debt. So that's
Honestly, I'm
the
going through
only
the same thing.
struggle. Yeah, that's the only struggle so far. I mean, other than that, this week's been pretty good and just trying to get college figured out. And hopefully, I'll know in the next month or so I can commit to a school and finish out my last high school days.
Yeah, I've kind of already got a plan for me college wise. I've already been accepted into I think 3 colleges for a major in digital media. So, but for the first 2 years, I'm gonna go to a community college,
Okay.
just because I'm in this program where if I do community service, I get to I get to go to my if I do enough community service, I get 2 free years of college completely free, but it's at participating
wow.
schools. So that the one I would be going to is a community college, and honestly, it's not a bad route. Just it's not a bad route to go to. Just go to community college for the first 2 years, and then use the last few years to go to regular college to get my bachelor's in something.
Hmm. See, that's
And
I guess similar to what I'm doing, because I guess the school that I would be going to if I chose to do the full ride, it's like 45 minutes from my house. They do pay for my room and board, so I would be able to live there if I want. It's just I just don't want to be here. At least like wanting to be an actor. At least where I am, there's not very many gigs, and I'm gonna go into school for communications because I'm really good. Well, not I'm really good, but I really like doing presentations and doing media stuff when it comes to advertising and whatnot. And I think going to a school that might be like a little, I don't know, farther out, I might be able to get a better chance at finding better gigs. But I mean, I guess I have to think more as if when I get the degree, I could do it that way. But I guess I'm just trying to think ahead. So we'll
yeah,
see.
me. I also have this. One of the colleges I was accepted to is about an hour away, and conveniently, it's in my hometown, which is pretty cool. But if I were to go to that college, I would have to live in an apartment or a school dorm.
Mhm.
The other 2 colleges that I've been accepted to, I wouldn't live in a college dorm, which I kind of actually want to do, even though it'll cost a bit of money. I do kind of want to like experience living on my own for a little bit, but at the same time, the other 2 schools are some pretty good schools.
Want to get that
Or,
college experience?
digital media wise, they have I feel like they have a better program over at those schools than the one that's further away.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
yeah,
guess that's similar.
definitely some stuff to consider there.
That's similar to me too. The school nearby, they do have a good program for communications, but the school I want to go to, that's really far away, about 3 hours away from my house.
Hmm.
It's a very beautiful school. They probably have one of the best communication programs in America, but another thing, it's far, costs a lot, and there just isn't enough scholarships in the world for me to apply to.
What school is that?
I really want to go to the University of Chicago, and if not
Huh.
the University of Chicago, I would like to go to the Northwestern University. And those are 2 very good schools with communications, but both are expensive. Both cost a lot.
I've heard they're pretty expensive. I don't know if it was the University of Chicago, but there is a college in Chicago that I would really love to go to, but it is super expensive, and I haven't heard enough about it
Which
to
one is
actually
that?
confirm.
I live near Chicago.
It's God, I forgot what. I don't know if it's the University of Chicago. It might have been something else, but like they have different branches in different locations, and like the one with their digital media branch is in Chicago.
Hey, it
Oh,
might be
nice.
similar to mine. Communications over there is just fantastic. Like when I went to go visit, because me and my family sometimes go to Chicago and then we'll do little visits and stuff. It's just is so beautiful. It's breathtaking, and I just know that's the dream school I want to go to. But my wallet says, no, Nina, you need to go to a school that's close by. You don't want
The
that
wallet
debt.
talks. The wallet does talk when it comes to college.
Exactly.
My plan actually, I might not go to an actual university right after community college. If I have enough money at the time, then maybe I will. But if not, then I'll probably just get started on a job and right after community college. Just get some experience with digital media, and then go to college to get my bachelor's degree in order to get a much better career. Unless my voice acting kicks off, which would definitely be an awesome job to have.
Hey, money.
I'm gonna be completely honest. If there's any, my dream job at the moment would probably be to work for Funimation.
Oh yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. Because like, because I'm a huge anime nerd. I'm a weeaboo, if you will. Not really, but that's just what I'm described as very much. And I can't deny it. I love Japan. I love anime.
You like Dragon
But-
Ball Z?
I haven't watched enough Dragon Ball Z to say I'm
Me
a fan.
either.
I'm,
Oh.
apparently what I am is apparently I'm an anime hipster, because when I went into like a forum and I told them about all these animes that I watch, which are like not very well known animes. I don't like to watch AAA anime series, by the way. I like to watch lesser known series, and so I just said that, and this one guy just goes, "You freaking anime hipster."
Never heard of that one before.
I'm just like, well, I guess I'm an anime hipster now.
I feel like
But yeah,
I'd be
I-
classified as that too. I like
But-
the off-stream one.
Oh yeah, I like all the good like have you ever heard of the Sound of the Sky?
Mm-mm.
Well, I can guarantee you haven't. Freaking there's so many. Gachi USA. I recently started watching that one. A lot of slice of life stuff, and a lot of that slice of life stuff may not be completely legal, but that's just how anime works. But yeah, I would love to work for Funimation and just be an anime dubbing voice actor, even though obviously sub over dub, but just being an anime voice actor in general would be an awesome job. And maybe be an audio editor for them, because I do have a little bit of experience with audio editing.
That would be
That's
really
pretty
cool.
cool.
Yeah, I would like. That would be awesome.
What about
So
you,
can
Bonnie?
we move on?
Have you planned anything for college?
Not really. It's just I'm still thinking about where to go with my voice acting career. I haven't.
Mm.
I feel like I haven't picked a real college yet, but I know
I'm still trying
My
to
mom-
just discover what you want to do.
my mom suggested I go to like a trade school or something,
Mm.
so I could just get the training that I need, and not just like I don't know if I'll not be there as much or be there for a while training, but she recommends it to me.
Well, I didn't listen to what. Well, I didn't listen to what my mom told me to do, which is architecture and engineering. Well, I kind of did at first, but then I just said nope, and I immediately switched to digital media and doing some voice acting, which she's definitely supportive of. But God, I'll tell you what, transitioning from something like engineering and like computers and IT and just architecture to digital media and voice acting, not the easiest of transitions. It took a lot of considering and just like completely switching what my switching professions and interest. But I'm doing okay now, I guess, of an extent. Oh God, there's a lightning bug on my wall.
Okay.
Where did you come from?
Sweet.
Oh, that's the one from last night.
I have to agree with that though. Like my parents wanted me to go into I don't know, something medical related, which is why I think I'm still interested in doing medical stuff as it is. But, I'm not super smart when it comes to like, math and all that stuff. I like writing, I love reading, I like stuff like that. So I thought going into possibly, like I always loved acting. Acting's been my thing since I was like 10. So acting was always something I wanted to do. But my parents were like, no, you can't become, you're not going to make money if you're an actor, you want to be on the streets. And I'm just like, oh, excuse me. Okay. So from there, I went into doing medical stuff like they wanted me to. And then I became miserable. So I stopped doing that. So I tried psychology and I loved that. But then I kind of got flip-flopped. And then I thought maybe communications. And then I thought business. And life is crazy. But I do have to say, like, definitely, before you go with what your parents want to do, think a little bit about what you love the most, and then go from there. Because
follow your
then,
dreams.
yeah, definitely do what you want to do. Because if I were doing medical stuff right now, oh my gosh, I would not be here today. I would be crying in a corner somewhere.
But remember, kids, remember that when you're trying to choose a career and what you want to do with your life, remember to not listen to your parents. even if you live alone, even if you end up living in a garbage can, in a garbage can in the future, no money, nothing else in your life, as long as you're happy and you didn't listen to your parents, then that's what matters.
That's all that matters.
Oh my gosh.
So, I feel like, should we move on to the news or something?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's up to you.
I mean,
I just wanna say something real quick.
What's that?
I'm not really that interested in like YouTube stuff and celebrities such as like Logan Paul and
I'm all
news
about
happening
YouTube
with like stuff relating to Fortnite. I'm not really following along with that, so
Yeah,
I probably won't have much to
I
say.
don't follow I don't follow Fortnite either. I don't like Fortnite. Well, I mean, it's okay as a game. I just don't like the battle royale concept.
I'm just more used to
Same.
talking about like new trailers for like family
Don't read off the
movies.
script. That's for them to find out later.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
I see where you're going. We can start with something, really, because what this is all about is, well, I'll explain what's going on, but at the same time, we'll discuss stuff that can relate to, because like Logan Paul. Okay, we'll start with the whole Logan Paul thing. Recently, Logan Paul said in his podcast that he was going to go gay for a month, which is dumb.
Yeah,
Got a lot of backlash.
I have a lot of
And
tea
so,
on
like-
that.
Because what we can talk about basically is how dumb that is. Like even if you don't even if you don't know much about
what
Logan
is?
Paul or what he does, you can
Oh.
I'm sure we can all agree that is a really dumb
Oh
thing.
no, I can't see right now. I'm
to
doing a
do.
podcast.
And how it's just like how would you do that?
Okay, I
Yeah,
can start
how?
on that because, all right, first of all, you can't just say you're gonna be gay for a month. Like that's like me just saying, yeah, I'm gonna be a boy for a month. Like, who does he think he is?
Yeah, it's like because at the same time, how do you do that? How do you go gay
Yeah,
for
how
a month?
do you do that?
Exactly. Like, I'm sorry. To me, that's very offensive. That's very rude, especially to the people in the LGBTQ community. They're probably over here like, "Excuse me, who do you think you are?" Like,
I just think it's funny. It's
I-
funny. Dan.
I think it's like rude. Who does he think? I'm just
Well,
saying
me
that's
pers-
just appalled.
Also, it all depends on if you're easily offended or not. Me personally, being bisexual, some might say this something like that could offend me. I'm not too offended. I don't get offended that easily. I just think it's dumb how like what does he expect to get out of that?
Like
What
me
is-
being bisexual as well, I still think it's like really you're not about to do that. Like okay, if he's doing it, just be funny, it's fine. But still, it's like if you're doing it seriously, I would be a little like, not that
And
funny.
remember, this is from the man who underwent the controversy of going to the suicide forest in Japan and
Right.
recording someone committing suicide and thinking it was all right to post on YouTube.
True. He's kind of okay.
Guys,
And also,
I think we found a dead body. And then I think
I think we
I don't
should
know if I
laugh. I
remember
think we should laugh
correctly.
about this and post on YouTube. Haha.
Yeah,
I think
that
I
was
remember
not funny.
he tried to like
I got in
test like
trouble, but
YouTube's
still.
algorithm and then like taser a dead animal or something.
Yeah, he did taser a dead animal, didn't he? I forgot about that.
Oh,
Yeah, he was just trying to like test YouTube's like restriction, like monetization.
How is his channel not taken down yet? That's my question.
Yeah.
Because he's done enough stupid stuff.
honestly.
Went against YouTube's terms of service enough to at least get his channel terminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like this, and now he's doing this where, I mean, it doesn't go against YouTube's terms of service, but it is just dumb enough, and that makes you ask, why would he do this? How would he do this?
I really do wonder why people like this exist. Like, I actually want to take a moment and talk about.
It's all about the money and what fame can do to you sometimes. And Logan Paul is unfortunately one of those people who can't handle all the money and all the fame, and so he does dumb stuff like this. He has like this huge ego. Thinks he can just post and say whatever he wants, and people will be okay with it. Which obviously people weren't with this. The GLAAD actually lashed out at Logan Paul for saying this. Which, if you don't know what that is, the GLAAD is the Gay Lesbian Aware. I forgot what the rest of it was, but it's gay lesbian stuff. And so they said, hey, that's not how that works. You're stupid. You're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And so what Logan Paul decided to do was he didn't really apologize. He kind of just invited them, and he kind of invited them to bring one of their spokespeople onto his podcast to talk about it.
What kind of apology is that supposed to be?
I don't know. I think he meant for it to be an apology, but it really wasn't.
Mm.
He said it was a very poor choice of words, and that was his fault. But then after that, he invited them to come onto his podcast.
Oh yeah. Speaking of YouTube, there's something that's actually been bothering me for a while. Like, it just basically started with like the rivalry between PewDiePie and T-Series, and the important thing is I have never heard or seen anything about T-Series up until that point. Where did he come from?
Yeah, I don't even know
this whole
what
thing came out of nowhere
is.
for me.
Yeah, what even are they?
Yeah,
I've
I
never
don't know what
heard of
that
them
is.
before.
I looked
talk
them
about
up
all the
after
time, though.
After I learned about T-Series almost passing PewDiePie, I decided to look them up, and yeah, I'm just like, wait, this is just in the Indian version of Vivo. This is just like a bunch of music videos of Bollywood stuff.
Wait, I hate to interrupt, but I think
It's
Minty's
like
gone.
it's not even like a YouTube music thing. Like that
Minty?
YouTube Music is kind of the most subscribed to, but in reality,
Yeah.
PewDiePie is the most subscribed to channel.
He's the true king.
But
PewDiePie is the
T-Series,
true
good God, where did
It's
T-Series even
understandable
come
because
from?
There are not very many popular, I guess in Indian or I guess Southern Asian content creators out there who are very popular. There's people
And-
like you got
And you gotta know,
Cyanide.
I've actually been around YouTube since like I think about 2007 and 2008,
Yeah.
and I was like, God. Actually, I think I visited like around 2008 and 2009, and you gotta know, I was like 8 or 9 years old at that time, and people I usually watch were like let's play videos, and like I had my early case of Smosh, and then as I grew up, I started getting interested in people like PewDiePie and Markiplier, and not once have I ever heard of T-Series.
Yeah, I think T-Series is actually fairly new, but they just post like 4 videos a day. And so because India doesn't really have Southern Asia doesn't really have that many people on YouTube, T-Series is like one of the biggest media companies over in India. So it would make sense that a lot of people would subscribe to their YouTube channel, because India, they're like, I think they make up, is it like a sixth of the world's population, a third? They're the second most populated countries. So I mean, it kind of makes sense why so many people would subscribe to the channels. But at the same time, we don't want them to be the top YouTuber. We want our king, our true king, Mr. Felix himself.
Like, good God, 82 million
king.
subscribers.
I
How?
know. How? It's amazing.
It's dumb, but yeah, they are getting close to passing him again. They were behind by about 1 million, but they caught up again.
Dang.
So
Like,
make sure to
their
subscribe
oldest-
to PewDiePie. By the
Their
way.
oldest video, I'm looking at their channel, their oldest video was 8 years ago.
Is it really? I thought they were fairly new.
And you gotta remember, PewDiePie was one of the, like, classic gamer YouTubers, and he was... he used to play, like, Minecraft. Like, that's how old he was. Like, I'm going to PewDiePie's channel right now, and I'm gonna look at his oldest video and see how far back that was.
Oh yeah, the Minecraft one. By the way, Minty, you still there?
Yeah,
Yeah, I am.
Okay, just making sure
Okay.
because Nina got worried.
I did.
But yeah, PewDiePie can't come from nothing, and it's dumb how a corporation is just going to overtake him.
I'm just completely lost for words. Well, PewDiePie's first video was like also 8 years ago. Yeah, it's just the Minecraft video.
Speaking of YouTube and all this stuff, do you think we can talk about how their copyright system has been lately?
Oh my god.
Because
Sure.
honestly, it's been pretty bad.
It's annoying.
Recently, one of my favorite YouTubers at the moment, who is named Jameski, really good YouTuber, really pretty awesome guy too. Definitely worthy of his channel, and just one of those people who like does, one of those YouTubers who don't like litter their own videos with clickbait and just like oh go subscribe to me to get this gift card giveaway, or hey, look at all my money, it's pretty cool, right? But Jameski is just a pretty cool dude, and unfortunately what happened with him recently was I think he got a second strike on his channel. And if you know how the striking system works, basically if you get three strikes on your channel, it gets terminated. And so he already had one before because he was using copyrighted music in his videos, and he got a copyright strike for that. And so he realized, okay, I'll stop using copywritten music in my videos. And so the second one came from a recent video where he and some friends went onto TikTok, and the phone app TikTok. And if you guys know what app that is, I'm sure you're very aware of how very, very, very dumb that app
We should
is.
talk about that for a little bit.
And all the we'll probably talk about TikTok later on in a different episode. But
Definitely.
But right now, so Jameski, what he did was he made a video of him and his friends watching some ironic TikTok videos, and one of the TikTok videos that Jameski showed was this one by an Instagram model who was trying to make kind of a funny TikTok, but it wasn't really funny. It was just kind of bland. But he showed that, and unfortunately, he got a him showing that 7-second video is what got his video claimed. Now he didn't get the copyright strike at this time. The video only got claimed, and so he basically made a video saying, "Hey, it's stupid how this company claimed my video just because I made fun, just because I showed 7 seconds of this one chick's video." And so basically making a video like that, obviously it's going to get your fan base to go after that company and that girl who made the video, and kind of just witch hunt them, just absolutely pelt them with like hate comments and just a bunch of dumb stuff. And so what I did was I decided to check out the girl. I can't remember her name. I'll just call her Lena. I went to go check out Lena because she's an Instagram model, and I looked in the comment section of one of her recent posts, and someone had posted #SaveJameski. because that was a popular tag that was going around because people were upset about what was happening to James Key's channel. And so, to which Lena actually replied to that comment saying, thank you for telling me about this. I've already gotten in contact with James Key about the whole ordeal, and I'm trying to get him in touch with the company, which is called Collab DRM, by the way. And so I went back to James Key's video, posted in the comments section, and told everyone, hey, don't send hate to the Instagram model. Don't send hate to Lena because she's trying to help James Key take the claim off. And so, thankfully, that comment actually became, I think it was the third or the second most popular comment, or most liked comment on the video. So, thankfully, I was able to stop a lot of people from going to that and sending hate to that girl. But what I learned later on was after James Key and Lena had talked to each other and tried to get in touch with Collab DRM, it turns out, I guess Collab DRM is like Lena's agency, and she didn't know, and she was completely unaware of Collab DRM claiming James Key's video. And by the way, they didn't claim it once, they claimed it 3 times. You only need to claim a video once to claim the profits from that video. But no, they claimed it 3 times.
How?
I don't know. I don't know why, but that's what they did. And so, yeah, Lena was just unaware of the entire situation until one of James Key's fans told her. And so basically, when James Key finally got in contact with Collab DRM, they didn't care about what he had to say. And the next thing you know, James Key gets a second strike on his channel.
Wow.
And it really sucks. And it kind of reminds me of what happened to another YouTuber named The Fat Rat, who is a really good music artist. Very famous for his songs, for the song Monody. I think Trisect is one. I haven't listened to him much recently, but very popular music artist, very good EDM artist. But what happened recently was one of his recent songs actually got claimed by a company. And this is his song. This is his song, by the way. He posted a new song on YouTube, and it got claimed by a company.
How?
His own song. He was completely baffled and just upset. And so when he checked out who claimed it, it was this random company that claimed his video and basically saying that it was stolen from this other YouTuber. It was a song stolen from this other YouTuber, and that other YouTuber apparently it wasn't his song. Obviously, it was a cover that YouTuber made of the Fat Rat song.
Oh my gosh.
And so the Fat Rat was really upset. He went to contact that YouTuber, and turns out that YouTuber did not know anything about it. I think what he said was he didn't know that the Fat Rat got his video claimed by that company. And 2, I don't think he even knows what that company is or has even heard of that company. Basically meaning that this is a random company that says that they are partnered with this YouTuber who made a song, which he didn't. He made a cover of a song, and they use that to their advantage to claim the Fat Rat's song.
This is honestly a time where YouTube really needs to step in or something.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Stuff based on that information, we can really conclude that that YouTube's copyright system is so bad that you can just take that any company can just take a random popular video on YouTube and just tell YouTube, hey, this is my video, and you can just go, all right, and then just have that video claimed.
It's messed up.
Because YouTube doesn't care. They don't have a dedicated team working on their copyright system. It's just all computers and unqualified people who are having these companies go to them and say that this video doesn't belong to that person. It's mine.
It's true.
And so.
Oh, go ahead.
And so it's because of that. A lot of YouTubers are getting their videos stolen. And I think one of you said another YouTuber had that same problem. Or maybe it was someone else. Can't remember who, but yeah, basically that's it's really dumb. YouTube needs to fix their copyright system. Now I'm all about copyright. I think copyright's important. Definitely helps protect. It definitely helps protect people's creations. I don't want to have to make an amazing song and then have people just take that song and say that they made it. copyright will obviously, or even art, like you, Bonnie and Minty, who said you were artists, and just like you draw all this stuff, and then you have someone take it all.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. They need something, or at least a team, to, I don't know, really watch that, because I remember I had an issue with YouTube because I was uploading. I have two YouTube accounts. One for my own personal videos, which I post like songs on or whatever, and then I have one that me and my friends, we made an account for Kermit. We threw Kermit off of a building, and it's super popular now. It's like one of the top trending videos. It's just like Kermit fell off a building. Literally, I was in Canada, and I was like, I'm gonna just throw Kermit off, and we're gonna make a viral video. And it was so funny. But I had an issue because I couldn't get into the account for some reason. And I went through so much trouble to get this account unlocked. And I tried calling, like YouTube headquarters saying, hey, this is my video, people are using the video for whatever reason they want, but I can't get into my own account. Can you please help me? And when I called, they're just like, yeah, we don't have a team for that. If anything, try calling Google and have them figure it out. I'm like, but
That's stupid.
Google's, how's that gonna help me? Like, your YouTube, it's my account. I can give you the email, I can give you the password, I just can't get in. Somebody locked me out of my own account. Why can't you do anything? And they're just like, yeah, can't help you.
Yeah, that's really. You shouldn't have to call Google. Google should have a team hired to work for YouTube and run their copyright system and help people who are going through these problems. But because they're too lazy to do that, all these content creators are getting their videos stolen and their videos claimed.
Yeah, it's a mess, I swear.
It's just dumb, yeah. That's all I'm going to say about YouTube's copyright system. It's dumb, and they need to fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but we'll go ahead and move on from the YouTube stuff. Let's go ahead and talk about... who is it that wanted to talk about the Smash DLC?
I think that was me.
It was you?
Yeah.
I think yeah, we can talk about it, because do we all know at least enough about Nintendo?
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah, because like I can talk about Smash. I don't have the game because I don't have a Switch yet, but I do love to watch. I do have friends who have a Switch, and I like to watch YouTubers who play Smash. It's definitely a fun game.
I have
definitely a fun game
Smash.
to play and watch.
I have Smash, and I've seen everything, and I'm pretty sure I have a good idea of who's going to be in. Like,
Yeah, I looked over the how the DLC works. Is it every pack has one new fighter, a new state, and a new stage?
Yeah. I just want to talk about this for a while because it's really interesting stuff. Like, I've started to notice something after they showed off Joker.
My man!
Yeah, I see that.
I love Joker! Sorry.
Oh, well, wait. It's the Joker from Persona 5.
Yes, I know!
Oh, okay.
I
Just
love
making
that
sure we're on
game!
the same page.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm like a mix. I love
Because
my
there's also a Joker from Batman.
Exactly. I don't love him. I'm sorry. Yes. No. My real man is Black Panther, and then my other man is Joker from Persona. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they're adding Joker from Persona 5 to Smash Bros. In the new DLC, but they're also going to add some new characters. And knowing the new Smash, they've got all these like crossover characters. Like they like as always, they have the classic Snake from Metal Gear Solid.
Nice.
Yeah,
Who has
they're
in
bringing
past
back. It's like bringing back everybody. That means like anybody could be in. Like they put in like Snake
Yeah, really.
and Cloud and Sonic
Yeah.
in the same game.
Can't
You
believe
know what my prediction was?
What?
My prediction was that they were going to add a Crash Bandicoot.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's like
cool.
that's like one of my predictions right now.
Yeah, he's a wacky enough character to be in a Smash game, honestly.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is he available on Nintendo?
No, he's
So-
a Sony character and he's not in the Smash game, but but because of all these crossover characters that they're adding, I do have a prediction that my prediction is that they may eventually add Crash Bandicoot. That would be pretty cool.
How
I
would
just
that?
wanna-
Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot's my childhood, or one of my childhoods.
Oh.
Me
pretty
too.
much.
Good times.
So I think I have a good idea about this DLC thing. So I'll probably explain most of it here.
Mhm.
So ever since they showed off Joker, it said Fighter Pack 1, which means Piranha Plant is not its own fighter pack. So
Yeah,
it's like
Plant. Why do they
that
put him in there?
That's just
Like
a free. That's just a free DLC they added, I think.
I'm sorry, but
I don't know. Like I didn't for some reason I didn't get the download code for him. So is he gonna be like available later? That's the question. Is he gonna have a price? Is he
Actually, I
gonna?
checked it out. It said get the Piranha Plant now before it's too late. Meaning, I guess he's out right now, but I don't know.
I don't think he's out. But I think it's more as if like you're buying it so you'll get him later, like when the rest of them come out. Because I think like as far as my friends have Smash, they all bought the little expansions or whatever. I don't know, all the little extra stuff. But they're saying that none of them are out right now. It's like they're waiting. I guess they bought it in advance to get ready for the other ones, I guess.
So if Joker is only Fighter Pack 1, that means we'll have 4 more characters to be waiting for. And who knows what they are, because the first one they showed is Piranha Plant and then freaking Joker from Persona 5. I haven't even played Persona. I've heard
Don't
of
say
it.
that.
Persona either,
Okay,
but
okay.
I've always wanted to play Persona.
Persona is the best game ever. Oh my gosh,
Like-
I can't believe they did that.
I don't
At
think
first,
I've ever
I
played
thought,
it.
well, this game was pretty cool. I might play it. And then Video Game Donkey, who doesn't like anime, doesn't like turn-based combat, he said Persona was a pretty good game. And then after that, I was like, well, I have to play it now.
Oh yeah, Persona is one of my favorite games for sure. But I do have to say that adding Joker to Smash is going to be a little weird, only because in the game, at least his fighting style, he really only uses a little pocket knife, and really all of the. I guess it's harder to explain if you haven't played the game, but a lot of the powers that they use comes from their arcana, like, from tarot cards and stuff. His is Joker, he's the fool. So he has this persona, and he's the one who does all of the real fighting for him. So I'm thinking maybe he'll have like an all-out attack or something that's gonna, I don't know, his special move will be when he's with that persona, because I'm really thinking, I don't really know how much fighting he's gonna have besides that little knife.
Yeah,
Joker himself doesn't do too much.
He's a very interesting character. I've never
his
really watched
arcana
gameplay
that
of the
we're
game, so I'm not sure how his moveset is gonna be like.
That's what I
And
worry too.
I kind of had some predictions. I don't know where those predictions are, but I'm pretty sure I just thought of like 4 characters. Like I'm just like narrowing it down to characters that don't have spirits yet. So
I
let me
guess he'll have
just
a gun. I guess he can shoot people, but I don't know.
Let me just-
Joker's gonna be a test.
let's see if I can find it. Let's see if it's still here.
I'm trying to think of any other character they might add as a fighter. I'm trying to think of Nintendo characters, but at the same time, they used a lot. Did they use all of their characters? Did Nintendo use all of their characters, or are there still some that haven't been used?
There's
I don't
still
think there.
some, like-
I think there's one that I know has been involved with Nintendo for a while. This may sound weird, but Professor Layton.
Professor Layton.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard of him.
I think he's had an experience in fighting, and he's a good detective, and he's actually been involved with Phoenix Wright. They had a crossover game, and I think he does have a chance of being a fighter. He hasn't had a spirit yet either. And then I have 3 more characters, which are all crossover characters. One being Banjo-Kazooie, and the other being Crash Bandicoot.
Banjo-Kazooie, I can definitely see that, because they used to be Nintendo, but now they're multi-platform, but they're also dead characters. Because the last Banjo-Kazooie game was god awful, just a complete mess of things.
Well, I mean,
But-
I liked it. It was pretty good. I haven't really.
I I just don't understand like where they went with it. Like, what's the point of the cars? Like, what did you need all this random stuff for?
And I have one more crossover character. This is gonna sound crazy. It's gonna sound crazy, but just the fact that their series has managed to get onto Nintendo Switch is ridiculous. And
Which one?
that character being Sans from Undertale.
Oh,
Oh my
my gosh. If they put him on there.
If they put Sans on Undertale, that's the end of it.
That's seriously.
That's the end of it.
Like-
The end of it for me, at least.
Like, really, think about it. Just Undertale has gone in really weird directions these days. Like,
Probably, you know
first-
that's actually good. That's actually a pretty good prediction.
Toby Fox is a fucking maniac. I'll tell you
I
that.
can see them doing that.
Like, first they put him on Xbox, like PS4. I did not expect Undertale to get so popular that they have to make it a console. They have to put it on console. And then seeing it on Nintendo Switch just, like, blew my mind. And
watch like.
so it could really open up a lot of possibilities with, like, Undertale on Switch now. Jeez.
True.
Watch like if they actually do put Sans in Smash Bros. If you ever take Sans and put him against Ness, Sans just automatically loses.
Oh my gosh. That would be something.
Because Undertale is just like a fan-made game based off of Earthbound, so Ness just like automatically wins.
Exactly.
Sans is like the true hero.
I have a prediction that we might get some I don't know, I've never played it, but people are saying Dragon Quest that the character I don't know if there's like a main character, but someone from there possibly being one of the new DLC characters, but I don't know, that's what I'm hearing.
Actually, I think...
Does Dragon Quest have like actual like legitimate characters? Because like the
don't know.
protagonist
I've
in
never
Dragon Quest
played.
games is one that you create, right?
Yeah, I
think
think so.
what's that other game I'm thinking of?
I've only played one Dragon Quest game. It was on the Nintendo DS. That one you create your own character. But I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know too much about Dragon Quest.
I think before I mention this last character I have on my list, I just want to talk about the newcomers that really surprised me. Like, Inkling was pretty obvious. We knew
yeah,
Inkling was like a... But then right after they showed off, like, Inkling's moveset, they showed Ridley. Fucking Ridley.
Oh, Ridley. Yeah.
You know, the character that people joke are too big, but Sakurai was like, nope, he's never too big for Smash. Nobody's too big for Smash.
We'll just downsize him a bit.
And the best part is that one of his
accidentally
taunts...
went through a portal and he shrunk in the process.
The best part is that one of his taunts is just him, like, standing up straight to show how tall he is.
Oh no.
That honestly reminds me of this freaking video I saw on Instagram, where it's the Wii Fit character. It's in Smash. It's the Wii Fit character going against Ridley, and the Wii Fit character says, stretching your spine really helps the core. And then right after that, Ridley just does that move where he stands up tall.
And then it gets even crazier. Like, after Ridley, they show Simon and Richter Belmont, Castlevania characters.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I was surprised by a lot of these new characters.
And they made, like, a bunch of music tracks for Castlevania, but, like, Final Fantasy only still has, like, 2 songs.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one, my absolute favorite, and I was so happy seeing him smash, is K. Rool. Like, I haven't seen him in a long time, and I'm so happy to see him again in a Smash game.
K. Rool. Oh, I'm trying to remember which one that was.
He's the big crocodile.
Oh, the big
From
crocodile.
Donkey Kong.
From Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that everyone went crazy
Yeah,
over.
they're like, oh my god.
And I can't believe how overpowered he is, and I'm currently maining him.
Is he that overpowered?
He is very.
Yeah, he has, like-
Jeez.
He has a counter, and he has, like, a cannon that, like, sucks people in and shoots them out.
Mm.
And he has a really good recovery, and he has some moves that give him super armor. and he has a really unstoppable down smash. He's an absolute beast.
Yeah, he's
But
pretty quick.
but then like after K. Rool, there was Isabel, and I wasn't really that surprised. I was like, oh, it's just like another common suggested character.
Oh, I'm so
But the
excited
thing
for
that
Isabel.
what surprised me about Isabel is that she's even scarier than K. Rool.
She is good, let me tell you.
Isabel being the biggest what's the word? Just the shyest one of the shyest characters in the Animal Crossing series, and then just seeing her dominating people in Smash.
Honestly, she's the mayor in this one. She took over.
She's the mayor in this one.
She really is the mayor. You go, Isabel.
She's fighting the actual like Animal Crossing mayor in Smash, because like you can do that now.
Yeah.
And just seeing her like murder him.
And let me tell you,
this is for all those years that you abandoned the village and I had to take over.
so let me just tell you, I recently watched a video called Top 10 Weakest Smash Brothers Characters based off of their canons. And number 1 was Isabel, because she's always been the mayor's assistant. She's never really done anything violent. And I'm gonna post this image and just show how people depict her in Smash. It's just why.
I can't show this in the people listening won't be able to see this, but it's basically Isabel with a giant hand stuffing Ganon's face into the floor.
You go, Isabel. You gotta do what you gotta do.
It's like showing solo Smash. And it's just Ganon like beating like what appears to be Dark Samus and Ridley and K. Rool and Pichu, and then Isabel just completely crushing Ganondorf. Like, it's that fishing rod, dude. It's that fucking fishing rod.
That fishing rod, let me tell you. She's very good in Smash. Very good.
It like throws people under the stage.
Oh
and
yeah,
she could
do it.
And she has a really good recovery too, just like Villager.
Actually, you know who I want to see? If they add the character Shy Guy to the Smash lineup, I'm definitely making a Shy Guy.
That would be awesome.
He is my Mario Kart main. He shall be my Smash Bros main.
They really should put Shy Guy in here, and that's a good idea. I didn't even think of that one.
They should. I would love it.
And then they showed like the last newcomer, which was Incineroar, and that really kind of didn't surprise me because I knew there was going to be a new Pokemon rep in there.
Yeah.
But I do remember the time I got really, really excited when Greninja was confirmed as a newcomer. Like, you have no idea how happy I was. He was my favorite Pokemon at the time.
I can't say I'm a huge fan of Greninja, but I am a big Lucario kind of guy.
Same.
So after Incineroar, I don't think Decidueye is gonna get a chance after that. Definitely, we already have gotten a good Pokemon rep in there. It's all about narrowing down who's gonna be next in Smash.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be I'm sure whoever they add is gonna be like awesome.
Yeah.
No, well, hopefully Nintendo doesn't repeat what they always do and just make terrible business decisions and then implement that into Smash.
Exactly.
And also,
We'll see, I guess.
Also, the last character on my list is, I just have a crazy idea, but they would definitely be like the last fighter pack, and they would like make a little patch, and basically they would just make everyone's dreams come true and just say screw it, let's make Waluigi a character.
Honestly, everyone keeps saying that.
They absolutely need to add him in there. I don't know why they didn't.
For real? Like, come on, get Waluigi in there.
Like, I need to see like how many assist trophies there are in this game. Like, There seems to be a lot of assist trophies right now.
I really thought he was gonna say,
Like,
screw it and add Bowsette.
uh,
No, they actually. It's funny. They made a They actually had to make a statement saying that they specifically weren't going to add Bowsette as a character.
I remember that.
so there's like 59. There's 59 assist trophies in this game. That's like, it's like less than 10 of the characters that are in.
Mm.
So like, I'd like to think that they could add like a few more assist trophies so that it would be up to 60, but they would remove Waluigi. They could probably bring in like 2 old assist trophies that were from Brawl that weren't in the more recent versions, but make Waluigi a character. Like, give him an actual new model where he has expressions and stuff. Like at first I was thinking like Waluigi when I saw the Piranha Plant trailer. Like the Piranha Plant looked like an item, like a projectile Waluigi would throw.
Yeah, he could pass as an item just like in Mario Kart, the new Mario Kart.
But just seeing that Piranha Plant dodge and then follow it with a down tilt and a side smash, that was like, what? Why? I was like, why? But also yes.
Why? But yes. Literally my senior quote.
So,
Alright.
I think we can stop talking about Smash now.
Yeah, I was about to say we kind of need to move on. Let's go ahead and close out by talking a little bit about some upcoming movies, which I am very excited for animation-wise. But right now, let's talk about what's gonna come. Let's talk about what everyone's talking about right now. Marvel coming out with 3 movies.
3?
Yeah, we got Captain Marvel.
Yes!
We got the new Avengers.
Yeah!
And then we've got a Spider-Man movie coming out.
Yeah, seriously, another Spider-Man movie. That's like ridiculous. Like I
Is
thought.
it gonna...
I have to be completely honest. I'm so sorry, but I have not seen Homecoming or the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
I
just
haven't
those
seen
2
Homecoming,
movies.
but I saw the Spider-Verse and it was amazing.
Like both of them.
I need to see it.
Both of them are like recent, and just seeing them like pull out yet another Spider-Man movie is like, Marvel, what the fuck are you doing?
You know what? Honestly, I used a couple weeks ago. I was getting in arguments with friends talking about who was the best Spider-Man, but because of Spider-Verse, now we have a lot of Spider-Mans to choose from.
Exactly. I love the Spider-Verse. It was so good. The music was good. The visuals were good. Like the drawings and oh my gosh, the animation was amazing.
I've heard it was one of the best. It was probably one of the best movies of 2020.
Oh
Like,
yeah, it
6
definitely was. It was really it was just so good. It was great.
Like seriously, 6 different Spider-Mans, and you're like, hey, let's make another Spider-Man movie.
Well, live action wise, we've got Tobey Maguire, we've got Tom Holland, and then we got that one other guy who I forgot because I don't care for him that much.
Tobey Maguire, aka Mr. It's Pizza Time.
Miss Pizza Time.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pizza time.
Honestly, in my opinion, I like Tom Holland.
He has such a baby
he's cute.
face.
He's cute. He's funny. He's definitely got that teenager vibe. Unlike Tobey Maguire, who just looks like a 30-year-old who hasn't, or someone in his mid-20s who hasn't graduated high school.
True.
And is still in high school. Who's still in high school, but is also Spider-Man.
And he's delivering pizzas.
Yeah, and he's delivering pizzas.
Yep.
I mean, classic Spider-Man, obviously he's great. I just don't think he had the same vibe that Tom Holland has.
Yeah,
Pizza time is all the time.
definitely has that young, childlike features. He just
Yeah.
looks like a child to me. Just his face and like, oh, so small.
I still, honestly, my favorite Tom Holland quote shall and always be, "Oh my God, it's Robert Downey Jr."
Robert Downey Jr.
It's Robert Downey Jr.
My favorite is when he drifts away.
No, we're not talking about that.
Mr. Stark.
Obviously, yeah, because of that, obviously the new Spider-Man movie is going to be before the events of Infinity War.
Yes, indeed.
And it also has Zendaya in it.
Ooh, that'll be new.
Yeah.
I haven't-
Disney Channel star from Shake It Up herself.
I'm hearing that she's also going to be playing, what's that movie? The Mermaid in Little Mermaid? I hear it's a rumor though.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, but I don't. If she was, I think she'd play a pretty good Little Mermaid. She has the vocals for it for sure.
She definitely does, and I did love her. I did love her part in The Greatest Showman.
I did too. She did really well. She
I
has
think
them
now we
vocals.
should move on to
Oh yeah,
Should-
like other movies.
how about the fuckload of movies that Disney's making?
Oh,
Yeah, like The Lion King. How about that?
okay. Well,
Yeah, they're making
the
like a
live
bunch
action-
of live action stuff now.
Just all the live action bullcrap that they're making.
Like they pulled out 3 in 1 year, like Lion King, Dumbo, and Aladdin.
Hopefully,
Yeah, like, are they honestly just out of ideas at this point?
I think so. This whole live action thing is not. I'm not really on board for it. I don't know how the
Yeah,
Lion
no.
King's gonna turn out because who wants to just see lions going like just prowling around? It's just I don't know. I think it might be a little
Yeah,
weird.
Disney started out as an animation company. Why not just keep making animations? Why do you have to remake old movies that you already made into live action versions?
Exactly.
You know, the one live action movie I do want to see is a live action Snow White, considering Snow White has been their first animated film,
True.
and it's been very popular.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't too big of a fan of the Beauty and the Beast live action remake because I mean I've already seen the animated movie, the traditionally animated movie, which by the way is my favorite type of animation, traditional, and I like the traditional version better because they're both the same thing, just different versions, and I love looking at animation. It's beautiful to look at.
I have to
Not some-
agree.
Not some chick talk to a beast while there is terrible lighting going on.
Yes.
Well,
So-
there's an instance of terrible lighting going on.
Yeah,
So
the
I think
Beauty and the
now-
Beast was okay, but I do definitely like their traditional animations. The live action stuff is.
And the problem with Lion King is that even though it's technically animated, we all know very well that it's technically animated, but it's also technically live action.
Yeah.
And
So how
I
about
but the Lion King is a masterpiece of a movie, and I don't know if I'm going to see the live action version. If I do, I'm not going to like it better than the animated version.
Honestly.
The animated version will always be one of my favorite Disney movies.
Same here. It's just beautiful. It like the Lion King can make you cry. Like the actual movie itself, like that can bring tears to you. But if I don't feel that from watching this live action stuff, I already know it's not going to be good. I'm sorry. I need to feel that. Wow, the circle life. Like I need to see
Yeah.
Simba in my head. Like
The real Simba.
so
That's
how
what
about
I
we
want.
talk about the next installment of one of the most successful anime movies of all time, Toy Story 4.
Ah, yes.
oh well.
I have no idea where they're going to go with that.
Yeah, me too.
There have been a
Because
lot of
now that we have
theories
this
about
new,
it.
now that we have this new kid, it could be anything.
I
Uh,
don't like it.
I saw that there's a new character coming up. The spoon.
Oh yeah,
Spoony.
John Wick's going to be in it.
John Wick.
Well, not John Wick. Keanu Reeves. He's in the new Toy Story as a new character.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's interesting.
Mr. John Wick himself.
I just.
Mr. Fortnite default dance and
Oh boy.
John Wick himself.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to talk about Toy Story. I've never seen sequels that would get so much praise, and my favorite
Oh yeah,
sequel.
Toy Story definitely had some of the best sequels of any movie out there.
Indeed.
Yeah, like Toy Story was like an original, and it was like one of the first CGI animated Disney films.
Yeah.
And then like Toy Story 2 was a really good following with new characters to introduce, and then Toy Story 3 had a really good story about Andy growing up and like giving away his toys to someone new. And it'll
Yeah,
take-
you can definitely it's those types of sequels where you can definitely tell that the writers didn't just pull it from a hat. they actually like spent some time and like put some heart into the story and the plot and stuff like that.
And I think my favorite Toy Story is definitely the second one because
Yes.
I just really like it. I don't know what it is.
Little old Jessie.
Yeah, but another thing they said was the voice actor, I forgot his name, but the voice actor for Buzz Lightyear,
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen, Tim Allen, when he was interviewed to talk and ask some questions about Toy Story 4, he said that the ending was so sad that he could hardly get through it when they were recording when he was recording his lines.
Now, what could it be? It's so
I
suspenseful.
don't know.
They didn't even like give a release date yet, did they?
I bet Disney's gonna be a jerk and they just kill Woody.
No!
think-
Please, no.
No, it has to be like
Disney,
really, really sad. Like the toys, like Bonnie grow. Oh fuck! I realized the main character. Okay, never mind. Like Bonnie grows up and then like she like visits like Andy as like a grown up adult that who has a wife and kids, and then like she shows the toys to him. And like that would be.
That's gonna make me cry if they do
Honestly,
that.
I would start crying. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I really feel like Andy's gonna appear in it somehow. Like, you want to know the best part? I think I looked at like the voice casting and stuff, and I think one of the voices is like, I don't know if I remember this correctly, but one of the voices is like going to Andy's mother. So like Andy's definitely gonna show up in some way.
Oh, nice.
Like they have to.
Oh,
Toy Story 4 feels like it's gonna be the
yeah, I can
last
see them
one.
like put him in there at some point.
I feel like Toy Story 4 might be the last time we'll see Toy Story.
I thought Toy Story 3 was going to be the last one, but then they announced the fourth one, and I was like, wow, okay, what are they going to do with this?
This has to be like the big finale. If it's a finale, they're gonna have to do something really big, really sad, something that is gonna make Toy Story 4 like just as good as all the other Toy Stories.
Yeah.
What about that movie?
Oh yeah, speaking of movies that I'm really surprised to see, how about that Detective Pikachu movie, huh?
It looks
Ready
interesting.
to see
We'll see.
Deadpool Pikachu.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds as Detective Pikachu. It's really weird.
I don't know. I think it's just such a random movie for them to release,
Me too.
especially it being live action. But
They do this.
That's dumb.
I'm still gonna go watch it just to see what it's like.
Yeah,
Seriously, a live action Pokemon movie. Like, it's about time. But, like, Detective Pikachu, of all things.
Yeah.
Like, and it's recent, too. Like, they announced it a while back, and then, like, boom, the trailer showed up. It's real. It's happening. Like, a movie that I'm still waiting for to get, like, a teaser of is, like, Nintendo and, like, Illumination making the Mario movie.
Are they doing that?
I mean, there's like still news going around about it. There has to be like something.
If they're working with Illumination, then I can already tell it's not gonna be good.
I mean, as long as Charles Martinet is voicing Mario, then it's probably going to be good. It'll be okay.
As long as Danny DeVito is voicing Mario, then it'll be good. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up by talking about this other movie, which was only a teaser released, but it's still, I'm sure we can still talk about it just a little bit. Ghostbusters for in 2020.
Yeah.
Now, based on the trailer, I think it's going to be. I think it's gonna be the return of the original Ghostbusters. I don't think it's a reboot. I think it's just gonna be like the return of the original Ghostbusters. And honestly, that would be really awesome if that's what it's gonna be. I'm sure that's what it is gonna be, but it'll definitely. I feel like something like that will definitely revive the series better than what the 2016 Ghostbusters did.
Yeah.
which was reboot the series by making the entire cast a bunch of feminists. A bunch of feminists made up of like SNL actresses and just and honestly, the 2016 Ghostbusters movie has to be the only movie I've seen where the Rotten Tomatoes rating is better than the audience rating. Because even though the movie got some decent ratings, the fans did not like this movie, or they did not want this movie at all.
I think really the only good thing about the movie is like the one trailer that showed like a really big ghost-looking monster that people thought was the Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
It was like all it was like the ghost from the Ghostbusters logo grown to really big size, and he looks really cool. Like even though it's like a simple design, just seeing him just stomp around like the Marshmallow Man, it just looks fantastic. And like the cameos, like the cameo of the Marshmallow Man himself was pretty nice, and Slimer being there, like seeing the original characters, just like small implications of the original characters it's nice.
And another thing about the Ghostbusters 2016 and the 2020 version, the actress, one of the actresses from the 26 version, who is one of the SNL actresses, Leslie Jones, she actually does not like the fact that she just doesn't like the idea of the 2020 Ghostbusters movie. Mainly, and it's stupid because I don't think she was a fan in the first place. From what I've heard, she wasn't a fan of Ghostbusters in the first place, and she's calling out the 2020 version because the 2016 version wasn't liked by fans. She went on Twitter and basically said, you know what, everybody sucks just because they didn't like the 2016 version just because we're women.
Oh my god.
It sucks. The 2020 version is going to be worse than ours. Okay, maybe that's a bit of an overreaction on my part, but she just doesn't like it. And I mean, in the movie industry, nobody wanted a reboot of the Ghostbusters series to be a bunch of feminists. We wanted the original Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters. We wanted all those amazing characters back. Even the fat little green guy. Even if he was in the Ghostbusters movie, it would have been pretty decent. But you know, they just didn't want to do that with the 2016 version.
See, I can't input too much.
I think to conclude with movies, I think maybe we should talk about like movies we want to see.
Like if they were to reboot a different series or something like that?
Well, not like just reboots, like things that haven't had a movie yet. Mostly video games.
Oh, if a video game were to have a movie,
BioShock.
BioShock, I could
Yes.
see that.
My all-time favorite game.
I want a Harvest Moon movie. It might be kind of boring,
I would say-
but I would still watch
You know what?
it.
You know what I want to see? I want to see the Elder Scrolls as a movie.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I
I
want
mean,
to see
a little
that.
spooky.
Like imagine the CG of that.
Ooh.
I'm sure it would have to look amazing.
Yeah.
Like all the dragons and all the magic and whatnot.
I mean,
That would be cool if they did that though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure games like that are gonna get movies, like Fallout.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, a Fallout movie? I would be scared. Like, I get scared just playing the game.
Fallout 76, the movie.
I'd be like, oh,
Mortal Kombat.
no, it's gonna be
Like-
horror.
I think I also want to. Some of my ideas are like more about
Like,
More-
they watch if they do make those movies. It's directed by Todd Howard himself.
by Skyrim.
Just throughout the movie, he pops in out of nowhere and says, "Bye, Skyrim."
Oh my god.
It's like, I will slay you, beast. Just like you'll slay this game if you buy it right now.
Oh my god.
And don't forget to buy the mods.
Don't forget.
Don't forget to buy the
Ever wanted to-
exclusive DLC packs, only for $19.99.
It's gonna happen throughout the
Ever
movie.
wanted to be Link from The Legend of Zelda? Well, in the game of Skyrim, well, you can buy that.
You can buy that.
'Cause we made that.
Oh yeah, speaking of Link, there actually was planned to be a Legend of Zelda movie.
Oh, really?
Oh,
But I
wow,
think it was
wonder how
like-
that would be. That'd be so cute.
It was like canceled.
Oh,
But I think a Legend of Zelda movie now would be great, especially after Breath of the Wild, that had full voice acting.
yeah.
They can make a movie based around that. I think here's an entirely new series. I liked it for a really long time, and I feel like it's been a while for it to get itself a movie. Like, you know how Slender Man got a movie like years
Yeah.
after he like pretty much died?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the series I'm thinking of is still running, and it's a Plants vs Zombies movie.
Oh, I can kind of see that.
Yeah, I can see it.
If they can make the Angry Birds, into a movie, I'm sure they can make Plants vs Zombies
For
into
sure.
a movie. Oh yeah, by the way, they're making a second Angry Birds movie.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, really?
What the heck? Who's still playing that
Like-
game?
Who still plays
who
Angry
is
Birds?
still playing
Honestly,
that?
who still
I
plays
want to
that?
know.
I remember back the last time I remember playing Angry Birds was 2012, 2011, when I asked my mom, "Hey, can I play Angry Birds on your phone?"
I remember wanting to pay for the extra levels because of how much I love that game. When the movie came out, I was like, no, this is too much. You've gone too far.
I have a few reasons to back up why there should be a Plants vs Zombies movie. First reason being it's had a long enough time to develop and get its chance to be like one of those movies based off of games that have been around for a long time. Even Sonic has actually gotten a few movies, and Sonic's getting his own movie too. But Mario
What is he gonna run
Mario
around
only-
like, hey?
Mario only
so
had
fast.
one movie, which was back in the 1900s. It wasn't even that good.
Yeah.
And Sonic even had a TV show on Cartoon Network. That's how? How do you do that?
I don't know. That is weird, actually. How the Sonic series has been making some terrible games lately, and yet they have TV shows and movies.
I feel like
Yeah,
we're going
seriously.
to get
It's
Final
crazy.
Fantasy movies at some point in time. I mean,
Maybe.
15 kind of just blew everyone out of the water for a bit there.
I can see them doing that. Yeah.
So just a few more things about the Plants vs Zombies movie.
All right, real quick, because we're a bit overdue.
Yeah.
On the time limit. I'm just
Yeah,
realizing.
two recent games, that being Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare and Plants vs Zombies Heroes, which are two games where the plants actually do have legs and walk around, unlike Angry Birds.
That has really given it the possibility.
And both actually have a story. Garden Warfare is basically a ongoing war between Plants vs Zombies, and Plants vs Zombies Heroes story is illustrated through comic books. And I like to see either one happen. Mainly Heroes, because there's actual characters and not just copies and clones of other plants.
Yeah.
I think one more reason is that I remember seeing multiple videos of actual animated Plants vs Zombies things. They're all in CG, but they're all in Chinese. The Chinese is actually animating Plants vs Zombies stuff, and I just don't see why they wouldn't make a Plants vs Zombies movie now after showing what they've been doing. It's painful.
Yeah, at the same time, China, they're willing to just do anything.
I still remember
Just make anything.
Japan has been doing some weird stuff. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I know Japan has revealed new games and new movies a bit earlier
We'll
than the US
definitely
does.
talk about Japan in future episodes.
Ooh, yay.
Like, I want to quickly mention a commercial about like bananas where they had like they had like a hand-drawn animated Gru and Minions in a commercial.
Jeez.
Like anime Gru and Minions.
Oh, please don't do this. We need to talk about anime, like bad anime, in a next segment.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll probably bring it up, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're done for now. We
Yeah,
definitely got some
I
ideas.
think we're done for
Yeah, I
I
think
think
we're
we need to
good.
go ahead and close out the episode. So thanks for listening to those of you who have fought through it and decided to listen to the entire podcast and the bull crap that we were spitting out of our mouths.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was just a test episode. Hope we will definitely work on more episodes in the future, and hopefully this podcast turns into something great. Because I would love to see this podcast just take off, you know.
Yeah.
And we do have more co-hosts. Hopefully we can get them in the next episode. They were a bit busy right now, but maybe later.
Yeah.
Also, I need to take into account that one of them is from Australia, so gotta make sure I take account of that time-wise, because time zones.
So.
All right, well, anyway, thanks for listening. My name is Ben Sue, with Bondi, Minty, and Nina, and we'll see you all later in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone.
All right.
Bye. And
up?
I'm just gonna close this off real quick with just
Okay.
one more thing I kind of wanted to do, and
What's that?
I've been holding it to the end. 'Cause
Okay.
I've been holding my Mario voice back for a while. I think it's about time I. Oh, Nina knows. Nina
sorry.
knows.
I'm scared.
Just,
Go ahead.
I actually took the time to make lyrics based off of my profile picture.
Just do it. His profile picture is Mario reading the Bible.
Leaves the
Just
chat.
a reminder.
I'm actually gonna pull up do the Mario instrumental and just like sing my lyrics over it. Okay.
Okay, we'll go to commercial when we pull that up.
All right.
Before I leave the chat.
Okay. Here goes. Starting it now. Read the Bible, pray to God, and then again, come on, it's time to go read the Bible. Read one page, and then again, come on, let's read the Bible all together now. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, you got it. Do-do-do-do, it's the Bible. Do-do-do-do-do-do, read the Bible, pray to God. And then again, come on, it's time to read the Bible. Read one page, and then again, come on, let's read the Bible all together now. Do-do-do-do-do, come on now, just like that.
I'm glad I'm not Christian.
Well, see ya, everybody.
See ya.
Christian anymore.
God bless.
I don't wanna make love someday.